Hey everybody, welcome to the Lady Charmaine live show. I am Lady Charmaine, and we got another edition of Hot Topics tonight. So I'm so glad you guys were able to join us on tonight. So this is what I want you to do right now. Take some time, just take a moment and make sure you share this video with your family, with your friends, because we got some good topics coming your way. And I want to make sure that you guys are able to chime in on the topics tonight. And here is the number. The number is 916-226-9226. Feel free to call in, chime in. Plus, I want you to comment. I'm going to be looking at all of your comments tonight. So hopefully we'll be able to interact with you throughout the show and read your comments as well. So that's what I want you to do. So right now, please like, share, and comment. Share the video right now. We greatly appreciate that. Also, I got some great people in the studio. But before I get to them, I want to let you know that the Lady Charmaine live show is sponsored by Up and Away Travel Services. And that's my girl, Miss Sherry Brockman. I want to make sure that you guys go online today to book your next vacation. And it's just that simple. Just go to Up and Away Travel Services.com. Book your next vacation. They also have hotel rooms there. Book your next cruise, your next wedding. Hopefully you only get married one more time, or you just stay married. And how about honeymoon? How about that? But anyway, make sure you contact Sherry Brockman. Go online to Up and Away Travel Services.com, and you can give her a call at 916-226-9226. And right now I want to introduce y'all to the great people that I have in the studio that joins me every week. Right now I got my husband. He goes by the name of Joe. Hey babe, how you doing?
Hey, doing good.
Plus I got my girl Imani. Hi Imani.
Hello.
And we got my girl Miss Marie Hutchison joining me in the
everybody.
studio.
Hello.
You always got that low sexy voice.
I know. Okay. Yeah.
Who you be talking to?
Nobody. It's just, I feel like, I don't know.
Sound like a side job.
Right. Thank you for calling 1-800.
And again, if you guys are just now joining us, I want you guys to make sure that you give us a call at 916-226-9226 to join in on the conversation, because we're going to have a good time tonight. And here's a topic that came to me by way of my daughter. I'm glad I have people that look out for me. They look at great hot topics and they'll say, hey, mom, or they'll just send them to me by text message and say, what do you think about this topic? And I thought this topic was very interesting. So here it is. Okay, everybody, you're on a date at a nice restaurant, and the server whispers to you, you're the third one this week. What do you do? Marie.
Right. I would be in shock. I probably would be
Well, what do you do?
me, I would turn to him and say, why did that lady just tell me I'm the third person this week that you brought in here? Why would she tell me that? That's probably exactly what I would do. I would ask him, like, what's going on?
And what answer would suffice for you?
See, now we got to talk about it, because where are we at? Where I'm at with him. So is his first date is, all those preliminary things. But I would feel funny. I would probably have a problem. If he's not my dude, I can't say nothing.
Correct.
Okay.
If we just meeting and this is probably the second date, I can't say anything about that.
Yeah.
But if this person felt they needed to say in my ear and don't know me, you're the third one this week, then I'd probably that would mark our relationship. That would make me feel now I'm on guard.
Okay. Imani?
Oh, I think I would have to ask. I'm with you. I would have to ask, because I think ultimately if we could talk about it and you could tell me, look, I'm dating and I need to understand who I'm trying to spend the rest of my life with. If he could be that man enough and that direct, which I doubt, because
That would be cool,
right? Because the waiter said this week, so that lets me know there's a previous week before.
You're the third one this week, so he's been in here 3 times thus far this week.
Yes, I don't want to know if you've been. Well, I want to know if you've been in here last week and you had a set of 3 then, or
How can you
something
afford
else.
this?
Right? What?
So, Joe, as a male,
As
tell
a
me.
male.
As a man, as a man.
Right. So it depends on where we're at with the relationship. I agree with Marie. So if I'm serious into her and she's just kind of going through guys, then I'll politely eat the dinner and maybe, I don't know, ask her later on afterwards, after I'm full.
Right.
Everybody got to
And sit back and be like, oh, so let me talk to you about something.
Yeah.
So I don't want to, I'll see if she brings it up. If she doesn't, then I'll bring it up at the end.
So how would you feel if you were the guy that brought the third date this week and then she mentioned that to you?
hopefully I would be honest with her if we're not serious. If we're just dating and just, if I'm dating, trying to see my options, I hope I would be honest enough to say, hey, yeah, you are the third. And
So
tomorrow I got another booking.
You wouldn't feel funny that strange waiter person didn't just bust your business out
Well,
like that?
that's something I would take up with the waiter and them afterwards.
Right, 'cause that's like-
So I would do that.
That's like a super intrusion. Like it was a good bad thing.
Right.
Right.
Well, we have a caller on the line. Hi, welcome to Hot Topics with Lady Charmaine. What's your name and where you calling from?
My name's Greg. I'm calling from New York.
Hey, Greg, how are you?
I'm all right. How you doing?
I'm good. And what's your comment?
Excuse me?
I said, what's your comment? Would you like to comment on the topic?
What's the topic?
So Greg, tell me, so why you calling?
I just came in.
Oh, you just came in? Okay, so here is the topic,
Yeah.
Greg. Okay, Greg, you are on a date, right, at a very nice restaurant, and the server whispers
Okay.
in your date's ear and says, "You're the third one this week." And the question is, what would your date do? And how would you feel if the waitress told your date that they were the third one this week?
My date needs to tell me what just happened. And I could talk to the server like, yo, bro, excuse me, don't you see me sitting here like, what are you doing?
Oh, she just telling on you, looking out for your girl. That's all, looking out for your girl. Letting your girl know what she's about to get into.
Looking out for her. He ain't looking out for him.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. Okay.
If he was looking out for her, he'd have told me.
Oh,
It's your third one this week, bro.
well, Greg, what part of New York are you calling from?
I'm calling from New York,
From New York? What city?
in Brooklyn.
Oh, Brooklyn. Yeah, I can hear your accent. Well, Greg, thank you so much for calling in. I appreciate it.
All right.
Okay, have a good night. Bye-bye. Well, if you want to give us a call at 916-226-9226 if you want to chime in on the conversation. We're talking about if you're out on a date and if the waiter or waitress whispers in your ear and tells you that you are the third one this week. Oh my, you know what? First off, I think my stomach probably will drop. I probably will look at the individual a little differently. And I know I probably would end up saying something. First, I'll be stunned. I'm not even gonna lie. I won't be flip-lip just that quick. I'll be like in shock, like, for real?
Right.
Because if you're asking me to go out, and especially if you take me to a very nice restaurant, obviously, well, to me, I thought it was obvious that you probably took an interest in me. But not.
Right.
But now I know that you really don't have an interest in me. There must be something that you're trying to get.
Right.
You know, that you're trying to get from me. And obviously you frequent this restaurant, and then it shows me bottom line that you're a stupid fool. Because to take the same female to the same restaurant
three
that you
times.
take
Times.
other women 3 times that week, it just shows me obviously you must be a fool. Now I have a relative who works in security in Los Angeles, and she works at a club, and there's celebrities that frequent this particular club. And while she was there, one week, literally, he was there with his wife. And then he came back with another female and was making out with the female on the back porch. And then had the nerve to say something to my cousin and had the nerve to tell her, and don't you say nothing.
Oh,
You're not gonna drag me into your
Right,
drama.
right.
Wow.
So when you think of when you think of trifling, you know,
No,
when
for
you,
real.
when you think of trifling. But if you want to comment on the conversation, give us a call at 916-226-9226. We will definitely love to hear from you. Okay, here is the next question, everybody. I told my husband I was going to save this one for him, right? Because I wanted to hear from him. Okay, so married folk, definitely chime in on this one. If you are married, listen to this. And it's called, Is She Wrong? If your woman tells you her headlight is out on Monday and you do nothing all week, but on Friday, she gets a ticket. Sunday, a guy she knows at church notices it and tell her to follow him to AutoZone and he fixes it in 10 minutes. Now, was she wrong? And does her husband have the right to be upset?
That's good.
that's
You
a
know,
good one.
and they also said, never give another man the opportunity to play hero to your lady.
No, there it is.
Ouch, ouch.
Mm-hmm.
There it is.
Yikes.
So, Joe, let me hear from you, sweetie.
See, you were saving that for me, huh?
Absolutely.
I'm gonna tell you. Not only was she wrong, he was wrong too. How about that? Because he should have
Good
fixed the
answer.
light right away
Okay.
and not given her that week or whatever to get the ticket. But she now is looking for somebody else instead of going back to her husband and say, hey, listen, you need to do this. This is what happened, and give him a chance to fix it. You can't then now switch your attention,
But she didn't do that. A brother at the church
it
noticed
doesn't matter.
it was
Then
out.
as a wife, then the wife needs to say, listen, don't worry about it. We got it covered. Now you open
you know
the
you
door
didn't
to
have a
something.
cover. She got a ticket.
You know, you act like we got it covered until we get it covered.
You want to make it to you. Make it.
That's what you
Save
do.
face.
You don't open
got
the
a
door.
ticket.
You don't open the door to the
You didn't
situation.
fix it.
Nah,
And
like
she
I
got
said, both are wrong.
Okay, now-
she's wrong and he's wrong.
Okay, now how do you not know? Now that she got a ticket, depending on how much to fix the ticket probably could have been.
Right.
And maybe they might have been tight on finances. And now she may be afraid that she may get another ticket and don't know when he's probably going to fix it, but she needs it fixed.
Listen.
So, and then all of a sudden,
that
the
was-
angel
if that
from the
was-
Lord,
if
while
that
she
was
at
not
church,
at church.
Jesus touched his heart.
Yes, God.
His
Here we
heart
go.
was
Here we go.
made to fix it.
It's going to help
Yeah,
her.
yeah.
And the Lord came
Yeah.
through for her.
Yeah, the devil in church too. And you're looking around and seeing who he can
Jesus
devour.
wrong, he was looking out for his daughter.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's good. That's good, though. Because people flips the scripts.
No,
Girls do too.
it was a setup to test the wife's commitment and loyalty to the bond.
Well,
You can't break the bond.
Somebody always
My
You
girl,
open the
my
door.
girl Tiffany Spears said she wasn't wrong. Thank you, Tiffany. She wasn't wrong.
Nah, she wrong. She wrong, and he's wrong. He needed to jump on that right away. But you can't go opening the door to
she
marriage
didn't.
problem. Yes, she did.
She didn't open the door. She needed a ticket fixed.
No, he was knocking.
She needed the ticket paid.
He
for
was
too.
knocking,
You
saying,
gonna
"Hey,
pay for
you
the
need some
ticket?
help."
But
And
you
she
know-
opened the door and said, "Yes."
You know who,
Damsel in
really
distress.
opened the door? You know who really opened that door? Was the husband
Yeah,
for not
yes.
doing what he had to
Yes.
do.
Yeah, and like I said, the husband was wrong. I get that, but the wife, then you can't open the door to that. You can't entertain conversation.
So when she came home on Friday and told him, honey, I got a ticket because I needed it fixed.
I
and I
need you
ended
to
up
fix
getting
this light.
So that was on Friday. So
Right.
Saturday she went without getting it repaired. Sunday she had to go to church without getting the headlight repaired. And it's a headlight.
Right.
So it needed to be repaired.
Right.
So was she wrong when she told him on Monday? On Friday she gets the ticket.
Right.
Saturday goes by. Now he could have fixed it when she came home on Friday. But he let all day Saturday go by.
Right.
Now he upset because Jimmy Fly comes by.
Jimmy Fly.
And the Lord touched Jimmy. See, let me tell you how the Lord
Minister
used
Jimmy,
Jimmy.
yeah, Minister Jimmy.
Yeah, Minister Jimmy came and said, let me minister to you. And that's a form of ministry by getting your head light fixed.
Yes, God. Yes,
See,
God.
see.
He was working.
You wanted my opinion?
Oh,
Did you want my opinion?
That was it. There it is.
My opinion, they both wrong.
He's not having
she's
it.
still wrong, and he's still
not
wrong.
having it.
That's it.
if you guys want to chime in on the conversation, give us a call. 916-226-9226. Was she wrong to have Minister Jimmy fix her headlight so she
was
would not
wrong.
get
She was-
another ticket?
She was wrong.
Now, would the husband be willing to pay for the ticket?
He gonna have to.
Right. He has no
the
choice.
husband has to. The husband's role in that it was to respond right away. He should have responded right away,
Mm-hmm.
but because he didn't, and she gets a ticket later on. Yes, he needs to go ahead and take care of business, fix the ticket. But that doesn't mean that she, puts her damsel in distress signal out for all the men out there in church to help her.
Now, it might have been now. Okay, look at it. Y'all. She may have been at Sunday night service. You know how people go to Sunday night service. And she may have turned her car on. He probably saw she had one headlight out.
Her little car was winking.
Thank you.
Winking
it
at
was one.
Minister
And he might
Jimmy.
have walked over and said, sister, looking good.
Yes.
Your tail light is out.
Yes.
And you can get a ticket. AutoZone closes at 11 o'clock.
You should.
Let me take you on-
It's 11 o'clock.
Follow me to AutoZone. No. Church probably let out about 9.
That's still.
Nine.
If it's cold, it
9
might be
o'clock.
about 10:30.
Right.
That's too
We're
late.
still shouting about 3
Right, so
That's
you got
too
about
late.
30
Yes.
minutes before AutoZone
That's too
closes.
late.
So just follow me to AutoZone and I will repair that tail light
That's
because I
too
do not
late.
want you to get a ticket. And she say, Minister Jimmy, I already got one on Friday.
He said, "Look at God."
Right, exactly.
Look at God.
And Minister
right here.
Jimmy may have said to her, "Where your man at?" And she said, because he ain't at church with her.
Well, I ain't going to church.
You coloring all this up. You putting all this color
wide
into
open.
it.
Don't you just love me?
Putting all this color into it.
So
But see, you know what though? Whatever happens in the marriage, you have to stay within the marriage. When you
Right.
start opening that up, I don't care if your husband's you've been arguing, you and your husband's not getting along. You don't go and then
Right.
tell the people,
Right.
you know what, we're not getting along. You know, we've been arguing. That's the worst thing you can do. Especially I've seen coworkers do that. They say, you know what, me and my wife not getting along, this and that. All of a sudden, you know, this little lady, she listening to the side, may got eyes for the husband or whatever. All of a sudden, oh, tell me about it. Then they become work wives and work friends and
Yeah,
just
talk about-
want to
yeah.
share all this stuff intimately, what's going on inside the marriage. And that's how things happen.
Should people have work wives and work husbands?
No.
I'm paying attention to your husband because he's not saying he's speaking for all men, but he's speaking from a man, a grown man's perspective, and he's saying, and if we listen, especially as single women, if we listen to what this man is saying, he just said, "I don't care if we had a fight before you went to church. You tell that man, no, thank you, my husband has it covered. If I got it covered or not, because it opens up, like you're saying, the windows of opportunity." Mr. Hey, let me fix it could have been cool. You know what I'm saying? He may not have been trying to do nothing, you know, but the way the enemy works and the way that little cracks and those things work, you know, you need anything else fixed at your house, or, you know, it don't seem like your husband's too up on his game. People take advantage of those type of things. They see those loopholes and stuff, and they go for them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that actually, I had to check myself because when you were talking, I was over here thinking, but what if I called him and been like, "Hey, babe, this dude want to fix my light."
Well,
See that alone. But what dude?
No,
Who you talking
I'm
to?
keeping it real, like, because
Yeah,
you know,
right.
somebody out there was like, "Well, what if I just called or text my husband, brother? So Deacon so and so said, you know, he'll fix the light, you know. So is that cool?"
But see, I mean, as a man, he needs to step up, and so that's where he needs to step
No,
up,
it
take
ain't
care
cool.
take care of his wife, take care of the responsibilities, do what he has to do. But under no circumstances do you now open your marriage up and let people know that, you know, that issue's going on. You're not being taken care of. You're not being covered. You're not satisfied. You're not happy. All that stuff that stays within the marriage.
But did nobody say she wasn't happy? It was just
But
something that
The action says she's not being provided for,
Yeah, we
not
gonna
being
talk
taken
about
care of, and that in itself
Yeah, I'm
is
gonna tell y'all
saying
this
some
story.
stuff.
I've told it a few times before, but I'm gonna tell it again.
Go ahead.
So I remember there was a time when I would call my husband. He was at work and he was eating like on some, you know, some Panda Express. I didn't buy it. And so-
Here we go.
And then there was a couple times even on Panda Express. I didn't buy it. And so he was like, oh, his coworker will go and get lunch for them, and he's eating on Panda Express. And so it got to the point, yes, Hunty. And so let me tell you. So then one morning, about 4 a.m, she come calling and ask my husband if he wanted some coffee.
Oh,
See. Now, of course, we had to shut that down real quick,
There
like real
ain't
quick,
nothing
like
you can do
ain't
about
nobody calling my house at
well.
4 a.m, asking my husband what kind of cup of coffee he want.
dark 30.
Dark 30.
We started at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, they started at 5 o'clock in the
so,
morning.
you know.
But see, my
No,
husband should not
yeah.
be on her mind at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Right, that part.
Especially if she has a man. You don't call nobody's husband at that time in the morning talking about what kind of coffee you want. So therefore, you don't have to call her and have a conversation with her that there will be no more
The
Lunch
respect
Line, no more
line.
Panda Express, no
Yeah.
more any of that.
Yeah.
So that's why I was telling my husband it kind of falls in the same type of vein, don't it, babe?
That's a little different.
No, I knew a guy. I didn't know him, but there was a guy on my Facebook page, and he was talking about how he had got this new job. He had been trying to find a job, and he finally landed a really good job. He was there only 2 days, and he had mentioned to someone over to the left side of him that he liked Sprite. But homegirl on the right side of him heard that because she was already had her eye on him. Every day he went to work for a week, she had a Sprite for him. So we're on Facebook like, yo, bruh, she coming for you. She coming for you.
Absolutely.
Well, how come she just can't understand I like Sprite? See, men, they be.
a little
Right.
slow. A little
Very slow. You got to get it.
I just like Sprite. You know, we were like, man, she coming for you though, man. She cases of Sprite though. Come
But
on,
in
man.
the case my wife was talking about, this my partner, because we work together in teams, and so she had a boyfriend. she knew I was married.
Right.
She had issues with her boyfriend, and then they were resolving everything. So they were in a good spot or whatever. It was coffee. That's all it was.
Yeah.
But it wasn't just coffee.
Nah.
But there was Panda Express on another
She
day.
would go to
Uh-huh.
she would run to the store or run to Panda Express, and we'll get some Panda
And that
Express.
translates to us
Okay.
women, the way we translate things, man. It's this read
For me,
between
it was
the
black
lines.
and white. It was Panda Express,
yeah.
and it was coffee.
That's
It
I'm
wasn't
trying to get-
nothing. It
I got
wasn't
coffee, I'm
nothing
sleepy.
else.
Right.
It wasn't nothing
We
else.
read between, we looking in there.
You're right.
I'm operating.
So Gary say, I remember that story, Lady Charmaine. Okay, so Gary, I'm glad you remember the story because let me tell you something.
Gary, thank you.
Because I've told the story a few times.
Oh yeah, you told it a few
on
times, and
the radio
I've
show.
since talked to all my other partners. And listen, no coffee,
Hey,
no
just-
Panda Express.
here's my list of things. So I copied this for y'all. Read this for you. Come into my office. Don't bring me no.
But see, this was the thing, though. My husband was so convinced that the young lady was not feeling him. He was very convinced. And see, women know women and men know men.
Yeah.
And, when you get that gut feeling, that womanly gut feeling when So we were going to my husband's company picnic, and he was like, honey, she wants to meet you. And I said, when we get there, I said, she ain't going to want to meet me. I said, because she know the moment I look at her, her
gonna
eyes,
know.
I'm going to know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have that gut feeling. I'm going to know.
She had no
So
sense to know that.
when we get there, my husband go, oh, there she is. She's there with her boyfriend. There she is. So my husband going to get her. All of a sudden, now she got to go. I ain't never met the woman. Don't even know what she looked like.
Still ain't matter.
I'm jetted out the picnic.
Still ain't matter.
There you go. Because she knew the moment I looked at her, she knew that I was going to know.
Woman intuition. Yes. It's a
Thank
strong,
you.
wonderful
right.
thing.
And see, it doesn't matter if she had a man. What does that mean? You know what I mean? She probably could have had a man, but didn't mean that she was feeling him. She might have had lack of attention. And my husband is a
Did
very
the man
nice
have
guy.
hers? The
Right,
question.
there you go.
That's the question.
See, there you go. So that's why men, they're flattered. And men are easily flattered. You know what I mean? And y'all just that type of species. I love you, baby. Men are easily flattered.
I mean,
And women
ain't
know
nothing
that.
wrong with it when you loyal and you got it when you held down as a man. Like, of course, our brother here. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't looking at it like that, which
Right.
makes sense because that's how men are, and that's not a bad thing. I think sometimes
But a
we
woman
take
know
that,
how to get to a man with some food.
that exactly. So
Yeah.
we see what they don't see.
You hungry?
We see what they
You
don't.
want a
see.
Sprite?
You want a Sprite? You like what, root beer? And every day you got this fresh, crispy.
You like
Mm-hmm.
diet
Ice just
cola?
Yeah, I mean, that's real.
And it is, and that's
know?
and we all have to be careful, and we all have to be mindful of that.
And
So-
your wife seen it coming, and
Right.
you were able to escape.
What I learned from being with my wife, whether I see it or not, I'll take her word for it, and we shut it down.
That's a
Women,
wise man.
especially
That's
with
it.
women,
You know,
especially.
it wasn't no
Yes.
use arguing the
Because you see
point
things with men.
because she seen that, she said it. Okay, that's it.
Yeah.
So that resolved that issue. Right.
and
babe?
it's not that I'm a jealous woman. I'm just
No.
smart and I'm just wise.
You see it exactly. There's a big difference between being jealous and being like, girl,
There you go.
dressing different works.
There
My
you
husband
go.
be working there.
Now, y'all, speaking of the whole marriage situation, now this one is quite interesting. This one was sent to me by my daughter. She be looking at all kind of stuff on Instagram, and she sent me this, and I thought this one was interesting because, well, I'm not sure how true it is. I didn't do any research, but a gentleman by the name of Tavante posted this on Instagram, and he posted a picture, and it says, in Ghana, you have to dress like your wedding day to get a divorce, which means the women have to wear their wedding dresses. Not sure how true this is, but there was a photo. Had to wear their wedding dresses and the men had to wear a suit. What if you had to wear your wedding dress and your suit to go and get a divorce? Do you think that might stop a lot of divorces?
Yes. Yes. Absolutely.
Or do you think they're trying to remind you of that love that you once
That's
had?
where I was kind of going in my mind with it.
Yeah.
It's supposed to trigger something.
yeah. Stop them
Maybe
divorces.
remind you of your commitment that you made when you were dressed like that day.
Maybe, I think, what you think,
You
Joe?
know?
I don't know if it would stop it. I don't know. I mean, maybe it would remind you of how things used to be. And I think, being married, you think about how things used to be. I don't know, maybe putting on the dress is a further reminder or putting on a tux for a man.
It's an
I don't
interesting
know.
tactic. It's a very interesting
I
tactic.
would love to see how many couples, went through with it. Do they have a lower divorce rate than we do? Or do you have some couples last minute decide to give it another crack? I don't know.
Right. You know what? He looks so nice in the suit. I changed my mind.
Right?
You might sit there and remember the love that you had for them. You know what I mean? Oh, he was so fine when I was walking down that aisle. Well, I just remember, or maybe if he probably ragged, he probably like, Lord, thank you. Let me hear him get this dress off.
Let me burn it with you. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Let me hear him burn this dress. Let me just go ahead and get through this. Now, Marie, she posted this hot topic, everybody, and I thought it was interesting. Okay, ladies, you win $50 million in the lottery. Can your boyfriend quit his job or does he have to continue to work? And this is what I'm going to let y'all know. You're going to continue to work because you're not my husband. You're my boyfriend.
Yes.
So you didn't win. I won. So this
Team
is not
of
a
me.
thank you. I won. So yes, you will continue to work. How do you feel about that, Marie?
Oh yeah, because the day I got that money, I got funny. I got real funny. So you just gonna sit around all day? All day? You just not gonna do that all day? All of a sudden now sitting around is a problem, right? No, he'd have to find a job or keep his job or whatever. Yeah, because you're not my husband.
The question is, though, I have is, will you marry him now that you got the money?
No, because he ain't asked me.
Oh, okay.
I ain't gonna ask him.
And
to
now
marry
is
me.
he, is he asking now that she won $50 million?
But if he asked, would you marry him?
Not after I got the money?
Yeah.
No.
Because the motive.
Especially if I've been with you 5 years up to this money date, or
okay.
if there's a time, if there's a nice little hefty time in there.
Okay.
No. Now all of a sudden you want to marry me.
Why me?
And I'm paying for the wedding, obviously.
And
the
the
wedding,
ring.
and
the
with that
ring.
being said, it's gonna be the kind of wedding I want.
Right.
So that's not something we did together. So I'm gonna have that over your head after I marry you, and then I'm gonna be holding my money over your head after I marry you because I pay for the whole wedding.
Yeah, but when you get married, all that money be split, though, right?
Nah.
That's still mine.
If I had to ask you to marry me, no.
You know,
No,
that's
he
a
would
new
ask.
thing.
I'm sorry, I can't get with that. There's
Me
a lot of things I can't
either.
get with, like press on nails. I couldn't do that, and I can't ask.
I
no
can't
man to
get on
marry
one
me.
knee
Right,
either.
I can't ask
And
for
ask
that.
you to marry me.
I prefer not to do that.
Yeah, no.
You know, I wouldn't do it. I don't know. Now, if I loved him, but I would want to know if he's asking me now because of the money
Yeah.
and because of the amount of money that I won. You know, because if he loved me, he probably would have asked me a long time ago.
That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. Like,
Because you know,
But
$50
maybe
million.
money was an issue, you know. So maybe that's what.
But now I got to buy my own ring. I got to buy my own house.
But if you love me, you could tell me that. She said, "How you go from ring to house? I gotta buy my own ring. I gotta buy my own house."
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. What you doing?
because that's what's gonna happen.
You know what you doing? What you bringing to the table?
Nothing.
Right.
Nothing.
Yeah, but you know, it'd make it easier for that prenup though, because you wouldn't marry when you
Yes.
won the money.
Yeah.
Oh,
It'd make it a whole lot easier.
Very true.
Wow.
So who knows? I might do that. But although I don't believe in prenups, but if an individual decided to, you know, do that, then it'll make it a whole lot easier because he's coming in when he came in, you know, with the $10 an hour job, and you know he leaving with what he came,
you
you know,
laughing.
came with.
Just prove it.
I'm
If
just
we
saying.
don't.
But I'm just saying, though, it seemed like it should make it a whole lot easier because you're the one with the money anyway, and you're protecting
Yeah.
your assets.
yep.
How y'all feel about that? Give us a call.
That's funny.
916-226-9226.
But from a man perspective, a man is expected to, you know, finance everything, share everything, buy everything, provide. But then if the shoes flipped, all of a sudden, women now, y'all get a little independent.
Yeah.
That's
when that-
because I
when
was
that-
born independent. It just got activated once a banking account.
She said a banking account.
Got together. But see, if you were my man and you had all those things in order, and all of a sudden you just came into some money, and all of a sudden I just want to love you a little bit more, and hey, babe, how you doing? Babe, you need your car washed? Then I don't. It's a red flag. Then I would expect you. If it was reversed, I would expect you to ask me to sign that prenup and see how far we go. We ain't gonna go that far, but you could ask.
Okay.
All
I
right.
respect you for asking.
All right.
All right. Well, good people. Now, Tiffany Haddish has blown up, especially since Girls Trip. I really like Tiffany Haddish. And if you haven't gotten a chance to watch her story on TV One, she has a story on TV One. It's uncensored. And it's the very first episode of the brand new season of Uncensored. Story is a great story. And Tiffany has blown up. She has opportunities, Netflix deals, the first woman to host the MTV Movie Awards. She also hosted Saturday Night Live. She was also on the Oscars, and opportunities are just knocking at her door, and she is answering like nobody's business. And there's a time in everyone's life when it's your time, and when it's your time to shine, just shine. But now people are having a huge problem with Tiffany Haddish. I don't think it's a lot of people, but a few people, they're voicing their opinions about Tiffany because they feel basically now she is making the black woman look bad because, you know, they feel that she's ghetto and even at the Oscars, how she took off her shoes and she had the nerve to wear the same dress 3 times. Kudos, girl. I'm so glad she wore
real
that.
talk.
I'm
Yes.
sorry. I appreciate her for wearing that $4,000 dress
made a
3
good
times.
point.
Yes.
She purchased that dress herself. And I'm not mad at Tiffany. If I spend $4,000 on a dress, I'm going to be wearing that dress a few more times too,
Yeah.
y'all. I'm not going to just wear the $4,000 dress just one time on the red carpet. I'm going to wear this dress.
Till the brakes fall off.
Exactly. Until I can't wear that dress no more. Because it's not like when she bought the dress, she had a whole bunch of designers clamoring at her.
That part.
You know what I'm saying? Say, hey, we want to give you some, some free
Stylish,
clothes and free
yeah.
designs that you can wear on the red carpet. I'm not mad at her because that's just real. Because
Yeah.
I always wondered that people, they wear 15 million dresses and I can't be seen in the same dress. Forget that. If I paid this amount of money for this dress, I will. But these are some of the things that people were saying about Tiffany Haddish. And I just want to see if you agree. They were saying how she's basically displaying the characteristics, or would people say, I let the word slip my mind. But they say she's loud, obnoxious, sexually explicit, a lack of poise and dignity. This was posted on Instagram. And as a matter of fact, I want to give a shout out to Industry on Blast because they posted it. She was a classless, childish, fun but unprofessional. Always exaggerating the colloquialisms used by Black women like, hey, girl, yes, honey. And then, oh, no, she didn't, etc. All covered up with the word comedian. She will be thrown in your face whether or not, if she's hosting the Oscars, if she's hosting any of these other events. And so they had an issue because they really felt that she was unprofessional. And like I said earlier, when she took off her shoes at the Oscars, and people are even saying they want her to host the Oscars next year with Maya Rudolph. Do you feel that she's falling into that African-American Black woman stereotype, or is she just being herself? She's from the hood. Not only if she's from the hood, if you hear her story, she was in foster care.
There we go.
She went through a whole lot. She went through abuse. And if she's a product of her environment, so what? Okay, this is me. So what if she's a product of her environment? If that's all she knows. As we learn better, we do better. But you cannot try to be, see, the thing is, I heard a woman say this. We were all born originals, but we are going to die a copy of somebody else. At least she is an original Tiffany Haddish. She is just being herself because that's all she know. And people love her for just who she is. If she gets on your nerves, then so be it. But then I read something else that people are saying that so-called Tamartian fans, Tamar people, not sure how true this is, but it was on Industry on Blast, that they're saying that Tiffany Haddish basically adopted Tamar's personality basically to make it big in Hollywood. And maybe that's one of the reasons why she's getting all of these opportunities, because she's basically a Tamar knockoff. No, she just so happens to be loud. She might be brash and she may be abrasive, but that's just who she is. And you got to accept people for just who they are. Because if not, then who is she going to be?
Right. I think that's a lot of the problem people are having with Tiffany, that she's real. And people sometimes can't deal with that. You can look at her and when she does her interviews and talk to her, that she's not coming from a place of make-believe. She is who she is. This is how she was socialized. It's her personality. A lot of it may not be her character. She's a comedian, you know, so you got 10 on it, 5 on it, you know what I'm saying? But her natural ability to be funny, you can tell it's from her socialization and what she grew up in. Because she said, when it was hard in that house, everybody would turn to me and I'd just start making everybody laugh. It was her coping mechanism. And I think a lot of people sometimes in the industry or whoever, they see a person who is so real and she's so raw. They're not used to her reacting out of her realness. Like when she ran on the red carpet and hugged Meryl Streep. Was that what it
Meryl
was?
Streep,
You know, people were tripping off of that too a little bit. But she's in her realness. And here's another thing I want to say. I was watching her the other day and it's like the Lord dropped in my spirit, like, so to hear this was kind of like, because I'm going to continue to pray for her, that people are going to start trying to attack her in that area because she's becoming successful. And that's how the enemy's going to try and get her with her history. He going to try and use that against her. And I just immediately started praying for her because I saw it. I was like, oh, so they're going to start talking about how uncouth she is and how she's so this. And I saw it. And I'm like, no, I'm not going to allow, I'm going to be one praying and not allow that nobody to kill her dream. I think Tamar's a knockoff, if you want to ask me, because
That's what I was thinking.
Tamar's character and personality, she created that personality. You can tell that's not who she is. But with Tiffany, you can look at her and like, that's a story behind those eyes.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? That's bringing out what we're seeing.
Right.
And she's not cutting her personality for nobody. And that's what I pray for her, that she don't change that drive she has for nobody, because the moment she does that, she's going to fall right into the drama. So I pray she stays strong.
And she'll lose her authenticity.
Yeah, I pray she stays strong.
Because if you look at her versus Tamar seemed like she is a character for television.
Yes.
Tiffany, that's just who she is.
That's who she is.
And sometimes people create characters, the over the top character, because for reality television, that's what they look for, the over the top. And sometimes people feel that I have to be over the top to be seen. She's just over the top. But she had to do that. As you said, it was her coping mechanism when you were in an abused home, and, the different things that she had to go through. So that is what she used, and so she made people laugh. So people wouldn't talk about her because she had that bump that was on her face and they called her a unicorn. And so that was her coping mechanism, was to make people laugh and to be loud and to be fun. So there was a reason behind why she was doing what she was doing. And it wasn't just to be on reality TV because, you got to be big, loud, brash. And like they wanted me to do, throw a glass to be on TV.
Right.
And that's just Tiffany.
Yep.
And I appreciate Tiffany for who she is and just being real. And I'm a Meryl Streep fan. I love Meryl Streep. And sometimes, when you see celebrities that you might love and that you admire, you might have a certain reaction when you see them. Okay, case in point. We were at Universal Studios back lot. Let me tell you this story. We was at Universal Studios doing the backlot tour, right? And so since they had us, we wasn't like in the little tram that they take you around. We had the actual backlot tour. So we walking around and they took us into like the studios, the sound booths and all of that. And they told us, now you may see celebrities on the lot. And if you do not approach them. And my husband and I, we were walking. It was like, oh, yeah, no problem. Wasn't expecting to see nobody because back there was all their actual offices, right? And all of a sudden, I looked, and who did I see?
Yeah, that went out.
Terrence Howard
Oh.
walking with his manager, right?
Walking, girl.
Yeah.
I forgot everything that man said and ran straight over to Terrence Howard. He even had to laugh because it was so funny.
That's hilarious.
Left my hand. I'm up there. The husband left me.
belted.
I was
Just
gone.
gonna leave, just gonna go.
So I understand Tiffany Haddish when I seen it because I didn't expect to see anybody, and it was just a regular back office, but there was Terrence Howard, and it was hilarious. So Tiffany, girl, I feel you. Girl.
But you know what? It's just a mark of her, another mark rather to her success. Because as you make it, excuse me, you're gonna have those people that don't like you.
Of course.
Don't
That's
like
part
the
of
fact
it,
that
right?
you're making it. You
Right.
getting all this attention.
Right.
Look at you. You know what you not and all this other stuff. Go, Tiffany. Just do your
Yeah.
thing.
And I pray the right people in her circle. I pray that for you, Tiffany. The right people in your circle.
Because I get it. Because you may not speak like everyone wants you to speak. Because y'all know I can get real ghetto on my show. You know what I mean? I'm from Richmond. Okay, I'm from Richmond. And it will come out. And it just comes out naturally because it's just who I am. You know, it's just who I am. Yeah, I mean, if I went to the White House, I will speak very differently. You know what I'm saying? If I'm speaking to Michelle Obama,
But
if
of
she was in the
course.
White Yes,
British
absolutely.
accent.
Absolutely, honey. But it's just who I am. And so there's going to be people that like me and there's going to be people that don't like me. But I can't change who I am for you to like me, because that's how people become schizophrenic in this
Ooh, you
business.
ain't lying.
Because because I want you to feel comfortable. So okay, I gotta adjust my personality for you. Okay, now I need you to feel comfortable. So I gotta adjust my personality for you. And all of a sudden now you schizophrenic because you don't even know who you are, because you became all these different personalities so people can like
accommodate.
you.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So people won't feel uncomfortable around you.
Right.
Just be who you are. And if you have an issue with it, and this is what I tell people all the time, if you have an issue, well, it sounds like a personal problem to me, and I can't help you with that.
Definitely.
That's it.
Very true.
It's just something that you have to deal with within yourself. And, because growing up, I was like, always trying to get people to like me. And you know what? Chuck y'all. You know what I mean? I can't alter who I am to get you to like me. Or for me to fit into your box or into your bubble
Right.
of what you think I should be or how you think I should be. And we do that a lot to people. We do that in
yeah.
church of, he's a preacher, he should be like this. And this.
Yeah.
Now, mind you don't have those standards for yourself. We just have those standards for other people.
Right.
Isn't that amazing?
No, right.
A lot of those people that's
real.
talking about Tiffany, they don't have those standards for themselves.
not.
The standard is for Tiffany to
Very
live up
true.
to your standard when you don't even live up to your own standard.
Right.
So stop trying to get people to live up to these standards that you're not even willing to live up to. Let me hear how you talk
That's it.
when you with your friends. Let me hear what they call it, the colloquialisms
Right.
that you use when you with your homies and stuff.
Right.
Or your homeboys.
No, for real.
That we sure didn't call it ebonics. We don't even say homeboys and homegirls anymore. We just call them the homies.
The homies.
we just call, but we do that to people all the time, and we need to stop. And we do that to our culture a lot. Do
Yes.
we hear a lot of the white people saying that person should be like this? But once we get one black person to step out the box, all of a sudden we prejudge them. This is how you should be, and this is how you should represent us. Because, but we don't represent our community like that.
Yes.
Right.
We don't represent our kids like that. But let one person rise to the top.
Yep.
Lord, I could just imagine the pressure that President Barack Obama had. That brother couldn't sneeze and let a booger fly out his nose. Everybody gonna be talking.
Nothing.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. And it's just terrible. When you are that one representation of our community, we tell you how you should act, how you should look, how you should dress, and how you should talk to represent us.
Right.
And the bad part is you can still do all those 100 things and still somebody gonna be.
He think
Right.
he's something.
Oh yeah, now you're
You think
stuck
he's
up.
special.
Now, if you do
You
speak
can't
correct,
come back down to the community and say hi.
right.
I used to kick it with your brother.
You don't love us no more.
And the thing is, if we speak correct English, if we
Yes.
dot our I's and if we cross our T's and if you have a period and we have a comma where it's supposed to be and if you have a semicolon, all of a sudden now you're trying to be white. Put a little hood in that a little bit.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's like you can't win for losing. So just be yourself.
Much.
Because
Yeah.
can't nobody beat you at being you.
That's
Man,
it.
Absolutely.
good one.
You know what I mean?
That's a t-shirt.
I you know what I'm saying? I'd rather
it.
be an authentic me than a fake somebody else.
Yeah,
Yes.
That's it.
And that's just it.
That's it.
Like a fake Louis walking around here and
Okay.
Your
Up-
parents
the
all
zipper
back
broke
now.
off.
upside down,
Print
B
all
and L,
backwards,
all
right.
toe up.
You know what I'm
Little
saying?
Symbols is the plastic coming off.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So, just let people be who they are. And if they're African American and rising, let's just celebrate who they are and let's just celebrate the achievement that they made it.
Right.
Yes.
How about that? That they made it. That's
Yeah.
another black girl that done got out the hood. But you just didn't take the hood out the girl. That's all you're seeing.
That's all.
You see
Yeah.
the girl that's coming about the hood. You know
She
what I
can't
mean?
do what she don't know. She gonna learn. She'll be fine.
Right, and she'll be
leave her
refined, but
alone.
she'll still keep, you know what I mean. She'll
Yeah.
probably learn how to use the 2 forks, a salad fork, and a dinner
All
fork,
that.
and the bread plate. And you got the water glass and the wine glass. It take a little bit to learn. If you weren't raised like that, because a lot of our households we were raised in what we call you take your plate and you get the food out the pot, and you go to your room and you go
Or
eat.
wherever you go. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you sat at the kitchen table and had dinner Thanksgiving.
Right.
Yeah.
You have
Easter, stuff
family
like
dinner,
that.
Thanksgiving. Everybody in their living room, plates on their laps, or some people had TV trays. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
That's when you started getting real sedity and highfalutin when you had TV trays. Huh?
Yes.
When you got TV trays, now you're doing something, girl. But you got the TV tray in front of the TV. But the thing is, the moral just to my story is, y'all, let our people go and grow and let them become successful without us always judging them.
Yeah.
And please don't use the movie Black Panther as a way. See, they're showing intelligent black people, and then you got Tiffany.
That's cool.
You got both ends of the spectrum, and let's just celebrate that.
Absolutely.
Let's just celebrate our blackness. And she has black girl magic.
She does.
She ready.
Yeah.
Right?
That's
She
right.
ready.
She ready. And I'm ready with you, Tiffany girl. Ain't no hate over here. I'm gonna celebrate you.
Now, since we're talking about little Miss Tiffany, I do feel like just a tad bit that she might have brought it upon herself when she told that Beyonce story. And it wasn't so much that she told the story, but it was Beyonce on who she spoke about. And the beehive is just so massive. And Beyonce came back and gave her that shade. But you got to love Tiffany's coping skills, because she came back and she said, I felt like I made it. Beyonce mentioned me in a song. Like,
Exactly.
So to a certain extent, even when you put it out there, it's your perspective.
Right.
And somebody always going to be there to bring you down, but it's your perspective on it. And I think that's one thing that is admirable about Tiffany, her perspective.
And I think because of how she was brought up, her life taught her how to take a lemon and turn it into lemonade.
Absolutely.
And so when you grow up like that, and a lot of times not really having in situations, you have to learn how to look at the brighter side.
That's it.
Because
Absolutely.
she could have went to the negative side, the dark side. But
Yep.
it was like, honey, let me just take that lemon and turn it into lemonade. When Beyonce mentioned you,
Yep.
I made it.
Whatever. How she-
Pour me a
Right.
glass of lemonade,
Right.
Tiffany and Beyonce.
And you know, too, another good thing out of her, how she grew up, is she can see people a certain kind of way.
Yes.
She has the ability to see You ain't right.
Yep, identified. That's that
You know
real
what I'm
in her.
saying? Because of where foster care and things like that, and what the things that happen to children in foster care or whatever, how they're socialized can be very interesting. And I think that's another skill that she has that keeps her authentic.
Yes,
because she can see,
real.
you know,
That's it.
learning how to navigate through these people
Very
that
true.
she's got to deal with.
No, I think that's very good. So, like I said, kudos and hats off to Miss Tiffany Haddish, and I definitely wish her much success. I pray, but I do pray that she's not overexposed, because when you become overexposed and people be tired of seeing you. Okay, I'm seeing you too much. They got you, because everybody want to make money off of you. Then you become overexposed. You blow in, you blow up, and then you blow out. And I don't want to see that for her. I really want to see her have longevity in this industry.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Longevity. And now people saying, we expect more from Tiffany because of now Monique done messed it up for the black community. And, no. Don't even try to bring Monique in it.
Exactly.
Don't do that. Monique is doing what she need to do for herself to make her money. And Monique definitely had a whole lot of points to it. And that's why, you don't hear a whole lot of people talking about Monique like they were once she produced the receipts of that jacked up contract that they tried to give her and wanted to own her for 2 years. So Monique, girl, get your money. I'm not mad. I'm a Monique supporter as well. I'm not
I
mad.
just watched her jail special. I cried at a comedian. I did, and it wasn't tears of laughter. It was really you seeing her being so real to the woman inmates, and and you seen the love that was just so genuine that we need in society. It was, oh my God, and then she called one of the inmates up to sing, and that baby just let loose, and I said, "Oh, say little baby, say." Oh, it touched me. I just started crying. It's on Netflix, y'all.
Wow.
And like I said, I definitely wish the best for Monique. I do. I wish the best for Monique. I know a lot of people laughed at Monique. They talked about Monique. Before I really thought about Monique's situation, I had my own thoughts about it as well. And then when I had to think about it, I went through a lot of the same stuff Monique went through. When I had to stop and look, I went through a lot of the same things that she went through, and I totally get it. And I get when you're trying to do things for friends and you do things for friends for free, and then all of a sudden you don't get your little payday on the back end. People expect you to do stuff for free, because I work in a business where everybody got their hand out. And one of my former bosses, I love this. He had a tin can on his desk, and it was empty. And when you look in it, it had a tape on the bottom, and it said, "Ask me about it." On the outside, it said, "Ask me about the hookups." And then in the can, it says, "I'm fresh out." That means I'm fresh out. Because we work in the business, everybody want to hook up.
Yeah.
Everybody want to hook up. Don't nobody want to pay for nothing in this business.
And here's the other thing, too. A lot of us would not at all be able to handle what she's taking on. Because for her speaking out, how she's speaking out, and what she's attacking, how she's attacking this situation, a lot of us won't be able to handle that.
Right.
What she's dealing with, and what she has to hear about herself, and how people are coming at her. We couldn't even stand 2 minutes in that. So I give her much kudos for that she's attacking a subject and an issue. And as you know how people are, and in the industry, that's not an easy ride she on.
It's not.
Right.
No,
Her
it's not.
career is on the table, her reputation, who she is on the table, and she's willing to put that on the table to make this important point
Absolutely.
about what's going on.
And there is a time that, you do have to be able to take a stand. As y'all know, I had to recently. You have to be able to take a stand. And the thing is, you just got to know what your worth is.
Yes, ma'am.
And there's an old saying that people say, never let a man determine your worth. But we do. We allow people to determine our worth. And there comes a time that you have to say, no, this is what I'm worth. You're not going to tell me what I'm worth. I'm going to tell you what I'm worth.
Absolutely.
Because people will pay you for what they think you are worth. But they don't look at your entire body of work. They don't look at the things that you did behind the scenes that people have absolutely no idea for you to get the payday that you feel that you deserve.
Absolutely.
And that's the thing that's just real difficult in the industry that we work in.
Okay.
That we work in.
All right.
Yeah. So, and with that being said, well, I want to thank everybody for watching this show. But if you want to call in, give us a call. If you want to chime in on this topic, give us a call at 916-226-9226. And don't forget to share and like and comment. If you want to comment on the show tonight, we would love to definitely hear from you. And again, don't forget, my girl, Sherry Brockman, she is such a beautiful lady, and she has a wonderful business, and she wants to help you take a vacation. All I want you to do is go online to upandawaytravelservices.com and book your next vacation today. Book your hotel room. home, your cruise, and there's a whole lot of vacation time coming up. Why? Because summer is on the way. So if you're looking to take a trip, make sure you contact Up and Away Travel Services at 916-226-9226. And I just want to thank my wonderful guests for being on the show. My husband, Joe, Imani, and also my girl, Marie. Thank you guys so much for being on the show and always holding your girl down. And if you got a hot topic, all you have to do is go to my Hot Topics page. It's Hot Topics Real Talk No Chaser. Drop your hot topic right there, or you can just simply inbox me right there at Lady Charmaine Live. Just go over there, inbox me your hot topic. We would love to talk about what you want to talk about. And thank you guys for watching. See you next time. Bye-bye.